All right, guys, we're going to go through 3 more of our named plays. That will put us up to nine named plays that we have on the YouTube channel. Again, the named plays are just the plays in our playbook that we're going to learn that just have a name. Most of our plays are designed to tell you exactly what to do on every play. These plays are not. They just have a name. This allows us to go fast if we need to run a 2-minute offense if we need to try to score, or to try to pick up first downs or whatever, if we don't have any timeouts or we're trying to save timeouts. Whatever the reason, just gives us the option of doing that. So we've gone over 6 of them. Go back and visit those YouTubes. And again, this is the idea behind the play. This is the design of the play. Any tweaking that we need to do, we can do in practice or in the middle of a game, whatever we need to adjust to. So just a couple of different formations and fronts from the defense on each one of these. But anyway, so the first one is Gunn. Gunn is kind of left over from our option days 2 years ago. We were an option team. Very effective running option team. Had 3 running backs, basically excel over about 600 or 700 yards. I think we rushed for, I don't know, almost 2,000 yards that year. But anyways, but this is a backside run that really works real well. So you have H coming orbit motion, and this is just a direct handoff to B, and we're looking for green grass to the right. In a 4-man front, blocking assignment is pretty simple. X is getting defensive end. Center is getting the backside defensive lineman. Backside, when I say backside, I mean away from the play. We know which way the play is going, so everything that's on the other side of the ball is backside. Everything that's on the side of the ball that we're running to is play side. Center gets the backside defensive lineman. Right guard gets the play side defensive lineman. Y is going up and getting the defensive back that is covering him. Left guard, right, play side defensive end is picked up by the left guard. And if everything works out, I don't show it all the way here, but that linebacker there that motions with the defensive back that you see at the top should continue across with H. And if he does turn around, he's in a chase mode against B, coming back across all of this. All of these bodies that are right there with the right guard and the Y offender. And then you're just headed down the boundary. This shows you down the hash, but down the boundary or down the hash. Your outside run for the B back. QB and H continue out with the option just to pull the linebacker, both of the linebackers, as long as we can. So that is Gunn against a 3-man. Against a 4-man, Gunn against a 3-man. Same look. The blocking pattern is a little different. If they're blitzing a linebacker, our pickup is going to be a little bit different. So on this play, the right guard in 3-man, it shows him going ahead and releasing. We're actually going to have him step into the center and then release up. So it almost be like a double man, but we're really looking for a blitz for the center to come off and hit that blitzing linebacker. I do not show him picking him up here, but if he's blitzing hard enough, he'll be able to just tear up the B back if we don't block him. So we're going to assume that they're not blitzing, or we're going to assume that linebacker is going to come with the quarterback and play H. That should be his responsibility if they're playing a zone, but if not, then we'll have to pick him up. So again, simple play. Right guard then goes up and blocks. Y goes up and blocks the same guy. Now when B gets in here in this area, probably can take it back outside, but his aiming point is going to be the 2-hole. Is really where you're going to be aiming, and then you can bounce it out once they establish their blocks. Whereas in the 4-man front, you're aiming really more for the outside, so you're aiming for right over Y's outside shoulder, probably a 6-hole run. And in the three-man front, you're going to shallow it out just a little bit more, only because that defensive end is not as wide in a three-man as he is in a four-man. Next one is Georgia. Georgia looks a lot like Auburn and Bama, which are both of our screen plays that we've already gone over. H comes in a jet motion, but he's coming over to get this. It says linebacker here, but this is the defensive end. It's really backside defensive end, but he's coming over to block that backside defensive end. In essence, we're looking for him to kind of make two men cover him. So that defensive back that's coming with him should stay home long enough for us to run this. We are going to start left like it's a left run. The reason that is if you look at the play, defense will call strong right because we have more players on the right side of the ball than we do left, which means they're going to shift to the offensive left, which is exactly what we want them to do. So we want to continue it, make it look like we're going to run left, make it look like we're blocking that defensive end to run left. That linebacker, I do not show him moving just because I want to show the why what to do, but that linebacker should follow and then come back. Why you're going to run almost like a two, but your aiming point is that linebacker. That's who you're aiming to block. B-back, you're going to have to, I show the defensive back going with Y. That's what we're hoping, but you may have to make him miss, but you have a lot of green grass on the right side there to make that defensive back miss you. So it'll be if we block it right at worst case scenario, it'll be a running back on a defensive back and trying to get around him and make a play. Again, the idea though for the B-back is you want to go outside. That's where all your green grass is. Whatever move you're going to make, if you cut back inside, you got a lot of chase, a lot of people coming. So you're going to try to beat them outside. In a four-man, in a three-man front, it really works well. This does. The blocking scheme is basically what you would want it to be. Again, H comes in motion, but the center and the right guard, as you see, double team the nose tackle up to the linebacker. Y goes up against his defensive back. If we block this right, we should be looking at a huge gain and hopefully really a nice play. Especially if they're in a three-man front. If they're in a three-man front, we want, this is what it's designed for, three-man front. Even if they blitz on the back side, we already have that set up with the center and guard double teaming. It just puts us at a numbers advantage. And again, the reason this is because, as you see, they've got defensive line, a defensive end, linebacker, defensive back, and our two defensive backs on our left side. That linebacker is going to fall over to that left side, following the B-back, and then we're going to come back across, and it's going to give us a 4-on-3 situation. Right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's 4-on-3. 4-on-4 worst case scenario, not including the guy with the ball. So good play design, blocked right. I mean, it's just a tough, out of a three-man front, it's just a tough play to guard. So now we're going to look at Vols. Vols is a new play. It's really a pick play for an H, very similar to a lot of the pick plays that you see. This is a pick for an outside pass. We do have a couple of picks for inside passes. Ones like you saw where New England intercepted the ball against Seattle in the Super Bowl, but this one's based more along the lines of what Clemson did to Alabama. Of course, we're doing it from a tight formation. They did it from a little bit of wider formation. Big back's going to come across the face of the QB, a fake handoff. Left guard is pulling in a Georgia left. Big back's going to pick up that backside defensive end. X is running an 8. But the real key to this play is Y. Y, you're running a 5, but what you really want to do is come up and get in that linebacker's way. As a matter of fact, he should be close enough, but I I will adjust it if we get a penalty. You can come up and put your hands on that linebacker, then pop out. You can pop them and go to your route. Doesn't bother me. Main thing is we want to rub him so that he is chasing that H back. This shows you running across the top of that defensive end, but I really want you to get a free release, a clean release, no hands on you. So I want you to get out there fast. This is a quick pass from the quarterback. As soon as H is clear, you're hitting them. This is not really a wait, see what happens kind of play. This is, you want to hit him and let him get his hands on the ball and get upfield as fast as possible. While you just continue on with your 5 route and then start blocking if you need to. That's against a 4-man front. A 3-man front, Vols, little bit more tricky, just because I've shown them with a safety, but basic plays the same. I've got X running an 8. It's a curved line 8, but it's an 8. Everything's the same. Y, again, you've got to get up, get in that linebacker's way. But QB, this defensive back here that's sitting here, he may go with H instead of the linebacker, and it'll leave you one-on-one with a linebacker, but we're still going to try to hit H. 3-man front gives us a little bit more difficulty because they could be in a zone in a 3-man front. If they're in a zone, our little rub route, pick route will not work as well. So this could be everybody's coverage, you're still tucking and running, but again, that's going to be the linebacker chasing you, QB. So again, you tuck it and run, and get as many yards as you can, or throw it right over his head into the little dead zone there, incomplete pass. We live to play another down. I can't dictate what front they're going to be in, but we have contingencies for that. So that's Vols, Gunn, in Georgia. Vols, Gunn, in Georgia. That's our three named plays. That'll give us up to 9 on the YouTube channel. We have our extra point play, and we have one more Hawaii play. Again, some of these are deeper into the playbook, so we'll have more time to work on them as the season goes along. But go ahead and get all the named plays out of the way on the playbook, and then we can start working on the playbook and the different plays in the playbook. But most of those tell you what to do. But what we're going to do is give you the idea and the design behind the play, and why you're running the route you're running, just like this one, why you are running a 5, but really the design of it is for you to rub that linebacker, to delay that linebacker. Anyways, guys, have a good evening or day whenever you're watching this. Thanks a lot.